it's me again. I'm still at Colin's yard. We're going to do a part 2 on this because he's got so much stuff here, and it'd be a shame to sort of just condense it down to one short video. So I'm making a part 2. Hope you enjoy it. If you could, give me a thumbs up for the video. That'd be fantastic. And obviously now, again, left shoulder, subscription button. Give that a touch as well if you wouldn't be so kind. I'd like to get around 1,000 subscribers. Because I don't know if you know, all this I'm doing costs me money. Cameras, the gimbals, the drones and everything. It all comes out of my own pocket. Now I'm not complaining. Don't get me wrong, I'm not complaining because I enjoy it. I really do enjoy meeting and reading your comments. Some of the comments are fantastic. You know, really nice. You know, there's a few gentlemen out there who say, if you like the video, give it a thumbs up. Appreciate it. So let's get going on this part 2 and see what you think. Oh, if I can get up.
Now then, there's a thing I had it balanced on the old shavings pile. Right, now then, start of part 2. We've done the Fulsom Major next door. We're on to this now. Now, again, an old cultivator. Really, you know, history in its making itself. Sort of badge on it. And it comes from, I've only read it, let's get in a bit further. Lamberhurst Motors, Lamberhurst, Kent. And the phone number to this used to be phone 27. Now that tells you how old it was. Now you got 8-digit numbers now, 9-digit numbers now. But there you go. Told on an old tractor. He tells me it's from a hop garden. A narrow version cultivator between the hop rows. And alongside it, so we can get them. Now these are, oh, now what they called? Tell me in the comments what they're called. They're rims that go on the wheels for the trailers. More over here, bigger ones. And some of the timber. There you go. Let's move on. Everywhere you turn in this yard, there's something really interesting to look. I'm going to stick the drone up so this will give you some idea of what it looks like. The old chicken coop there. Now then, here's something special for the viewers. Hope you like it. Now, 1947. I'm not certain if it's called a 9N or something. It's not a high Jane, but Fulsom tractors. Now, as you know, Fulsom tractor got its name from Ford, Henry Ford, and the son was the tractor. It was his Ford's son. Henry Ford, was it? Yeah, Henry Ford's son made the tractors, and that's where you get Fulsom from. Lovely old girl in blue, Fulsom Major. I think it's called the 9N. Why do I think it's called the 9N? But it's in good condition, really good condition. Handles on the front, starting handle on the front. Now also Colin tells me, now during the war they originally was an orange colour, Ford's tractors used to be, and down at Dagenham where they was all stored, the German bombers used to come up the Thames and they saw this massive orange below them. So they knew where they was in Dagenham. So the War Ministry turned around to Ford and said, we can't have this, paint them. So I believe that's painted green for being in the field, and outside Dagenham it's a lot less conspicuous. Easy for me to say. So the old German aircraft would come over and see them in the field from a long way, the orange, and shoot at them, put the agricultural side of England out. As I say, and again, if they're flying up the Thames with the bombers, they'd know exactly where they are. Let's say this is a blue, 1947 I believe, after the war, and then it obviously went to the Fulton Major, which is the lighter blue, which has got the 3-point linkage, which is, as we know, Harry Ferguson's idea. Well, that's what I think anyway. Whether it's true or not is another matter. As part of an old hop roll roller, concrete, and the wheels off it. Right, let's move around, walk past this, and we're going to the sheds now. Now I promise you on part 1 about the sheds, we're going to walk into history now. Come with me. And I apologise from the start off. I wish I knew all the history about the things in there, but he's told me. But as you know, I've had a brain operation, and I don't remember things like I used to. Oh, before we go in the shed, let me show you something else. Now there's an old girl. Old grindstone. And I wish Colin was here, because he told me a Kent name full of grindstones, and I've forgotten it already. More orchard ladders for the taller trees. Right, anyway, let's take you into the first shed, where it's got a case, modern tractor, fairly modern tractor, 1495 I believe it is, hydro shift, in good working condition. See if I can get a little bit higher on it and see. Cracking tractors. Oh, the case, as you all know, I've got a case 5130. And which I'm quite pleased about, which I can't wait to show you. Not that obviously, but this. It's an old Kent cart. How about that then? Oh, stunning, absolutely stunning. And again, look at that. An old Courage beer crate from Kent. Courage and Barclays Limited. Perhaps Courage was Barclays at one stage. An old push bike in there. But look at that old Kent cart. Oh, it's stuck away at the back. There's an old milk churn. Let's see if I can get you down there. Oops, wrong way. There you go. And oh, once again, hundreds of tools. There's an old ladle. Can't see it, let's bring it up a bit. There you go. Pitchforks and stuff. That's an old box. Now I think, and I'm not certain, oh, I don't know, it's got a hole there. I thought it was a ferret box, but it might be a songbird box. I don't know why. See the hole to it is there, and on the front, yeah. Oh, again, I'll keep my saying it. In the comments, would you be so kind? Oh, now that's a proper trough. Big old cast iron trough. Anyway, moving on to this shed. Now this is a shed of its own. Now I've called dibs on this Ford 3000, so don't ask me about this Ford 3000 because I've called dibs on it already. And then stakes and the old creosote tank. There you go. And up above that is the apple picking boxes. And alongside that we've got downward facing saws. We've got a milking stool, 3-leg milking stool. And all round there, more tools. Another one of them funny boxes. Like I say, I don't know what they are. Someone please let me know. There's something here. Now where have I put it? There it is. Now Colin told me what this is for. Now, it make me smile. Now I'm going to take you outside so you can see it better. Now then, you'd think it's an old stick. Just an old plain Jane stick. But on the end of it, it's a spoon. Oh, let's go the other way. There's a spoon. Now it tells me what I used to do is go out in the reed beds and get the moorhen eggs off the nest. So they used to say he's wading out in the water, get the long stick, lift up the eggs, take them home, and he said that was delicious. Now I'm not telling you to do the same. If anyone's done that, let me know. But that's what it's for. I don't know what that's for. Let's have a look at that. I've no idea what that's for. But I know what this is for. This is the old hooks. Well, I've called dibs on that, so you're not having that. Ha! Right. Moving. Oh, rat traps. Or they might even be vole traps. Up there, 1 or 2 up there. Let's see what I can get down here. Right, moving on. My tractor, not yours, mine. And we move into this area, and it's got a shed full of scythes. Well, I used to cut the wheat down. Old bushel box for tools. Sorry, let's let the light get to that a bit better. Up above, the old ladders. The old orchard ladders. And again, something. Now look at this cart. Now it's quite an ornate cart because it's got scroll work on it. They're obviously for horses. Oh, and what we got down here? We've got some sort of box down here. Now hiding away down here. Now it's got a maker's mark on it. Let's see if I can get that maker's mark. There it is. Now you can probably see it before I can. I think it's Weeks and Sons. I can't Mason. I'll have a look on the video, but I can't see what it says. It's got the wheel on the front. And handles going down to there. Be interesting to know what that is. And again, over here, we've got a sack lift. See if I can get you a better angle on it. An old sack lift. Now I'll say this is an ornate cart because another thing it's got on it, the old light hooks. Now, and the wheels are ornate. Now I'm going to take you down a bit further as we go further in here. And we know what that is, don't we? I'm not going to explain what that is. That's a light, and I'm sure you all know what that's for. Now, something of my own heart here. It looks like an old sack, but actually it's a hop pocket. Well, I used to put the hops in and send them off as, say, hop pocket. And let's see if normally they have the name of the farm on the hot pocket. Let's see if I can. No, I can't see the name of the farm, but you know it's Kent because it's got the Kent horse on it. Funny enough, I might call dibs on that as well. Oh, Staplehurst. Now let's have a look. It's got Staplehurst on it. I can't see the name for the life of me. Perhaps you can work out the name of the farm. And underneath that we have a butter churn. Now you young viewers won't know what a butter churn is, but I do. And what I used to do was put the milk in it, wind the handle round like so, whoops, and churn the milk over, and they got the muck butter from it. So there you go. Let's put the sack, whoops, I've just hit you, sorry. Put the sack back. Now then, another thing that's hiding down here. Now then, you probably all know what this is. It's an old shearing machine, what they used to shear the sheep with. Now, in the bucket here, we've got the tool that used to fit onto that. And a man will turn the handle, which I've just knocked off onto the floor. Be obviously the farmer's wife will say here, she'll turn the handle and the farmer will shear the sheep. And delving a little bit more, we have another cart nesting in the background. Let's see if I can get round a bit better to see it. Yep, an old cart. So if you know anyone who likes the old carts, have a word with Colin. And there's an old hand cart down there, a narrow one. I believe, I'm not certain, that was a hop farm cart between the hop rows, and they used to drop the manure on the floor. Could be wrong, don't know. And there's the old rollover bar there, and quite a lot of tools hanging up. and more tools and barrels and bushel boxes. Now them bushel boxes make me laugh. They've got a deposit on the bushel boxes of 5 shillings. So obviously the farmer would make certain they'd go back every time, because he's not paying 5 shillings, is he now? Not saying that farmers were tight, but they weren't big spenders. And then tucked away in the corner here, we got a, now what did he call it? A thrashing machine. There was a knife that goes around with a wheel. More hop sacks. Stapler Kent again. The knife, let's get over there. The knife, which is here, would run round the straw and chaff cutter. That's it, he called it a chaff cutter. They'd wind it round and the chaff will be cut. And I presume they spread it on the fields for manure. Not 100% certain. Oh, look at this tucked away down here. Unbelievable. Well, not unbelievable, but history. It's like a museum of all this stuff. The old brass handle on the... Obviously he's been collecting for many years. Ooh! There's something we used to go with these. See if I can get you up there too. Yeah. Horse harnesses. There you go. Look at them. Oh. And a grinding wheel. And here there is a knife for a Ferguson mower, I understand. You can't really see it that well. Oh no, there's a better look at one. The knife, there you go, fits in there. I think there's a tag on this one. Oops, let's have a look at the tag. No, nothing interesting on the tag. Alright, let's move round. Look at that cart and its rails. Come on, light, sort yourself out. Horse drawn again. More bushel boxes. And a saw blade. And I'm sure he doesn't know what Arthur's got in here. Now there's something I do know what they're used for. There's one there and one there. They're called sulphur boxes. And when they used to dry the hops in the kilns, they used to put the sulphur on these and throw them into the fire, and the smoke. Now, I can't remember what the sulphur does. Now, whether it killed all the mites, the insects, or it's to dry the hops. But for some reason, they used to use sulphur. And there's 2 sulphur shovels there. One there and one above. And there's another one of them funny looking rakes. You wouldn't want that falling down on you, would you now? Now, this implement here, Colin told me about, I don't know if you can see it that well. What they used to do, when they used to make the haystacks up, they'd set a pulley system up. And there'd be one guy on the bottom, and one guy on the haystack. And a horse would pull along, and it'd pull it right up to the top of the haystack. And there's a lever here, And the man at the top used to click that lever and the two scoops would open and drop the hay onto the hay stack or the straw stack, whatever you like to call it. But yeah, clamshells, that's what it could be. Like two old-fashioned clamshells. Just say it's rigged up so they can get the hay on top of the hay stack or straw or vinniverter. And up we go again. Now this is interesting. We all know what that is. That's what goes round a horse's neck. And there's a silage knife alongside it. And alongside that, a proper old saw when men was men. Everything was hydraulic. I don't think I can get up there, but I'll poke you in the right direction. If you could see, it's a seed drill. Pulled along, one wheel at the front, or pushed along I should say. One wheel at the back, and a little cultivator in between, and the seed would drop down into the furrow, and the rear wheel. Let's see if I'll get close. Oh, it's a bit dangerous. I'll try and get a bit closer for you. It's quite interesting. Yeah, so we're back on that seed drill. Like I say, we've got a wheel on the back, and that closes the drill after the drill's the seed's dropped into it. More saws. Right, anyway. Oh, it's Colin. Colin, don't disappear. Tell me about your collection. Some of the tools. I've been trying to tell the viewers about the tools you've got.
Yeah.
And I call him Woodman Colin, and I've told him I've got dibs on this tractor, and he's gonna let me have it. Not yet, because he's still working on it. But there you go. But Colin, come and have a chat with me. I showed the viewers this scary bit of equipment.
Yeah.
Now you explain it how you told me about.
More hens nesting. Getting the eggs out of the nest.
So you'd weigh that in the water,
Let's go, yeah.
get the moorhen's eggs.
Oh, good. More hens eggs.
Are they?
Yeah.
Very tasty.
Best egg there is.
Really?
I
Fantastic.
haven't had any for a few years.
You've not had any for a few years.
No.
Now there's a couple of hay. What would you call them again?
Got a right foot.
I'm off home now.
You off, are you?
Yeah. Okay then.
I'll see you for long.
Yeah.
Okay.
All right then.
Thanks a lot.
Bye.
Bye, Carol. Carol's Colin's partner. Now, tell us a little bit about these forks, then, Cole. Why they've got two front forks and two rear.
Yeah, picking up loose straw.
What, along the ground?
Yeah, running along the ground. Two on top. It don't drop off, does it?
And what do you sort of lift it up on top of the haystack,
Do what you like with it.
or onto the cart? And some of these carts are special, aren't they?
Do what you like
Yeah.
with it.
And the implements next door.
That's a hay knife, that is, yeah.
Hay knife,
Yeah. That's a caving fork.
caving fork.
Yeah.
Which is the caving fork? That long
this
one now.
here, yeah.
Yep.
There's two or three of them, I bet.
Yeah. And
That's
where did the name come from then? Caving.
Cavings are the rough stuff what drops out of a thrasher, you know.
Right.
All the husk off the corn and such like.
Yep.
And all the rest of it. That's a caving fork.
Oh.
Yeah.
Very
I
interesting.
thought there were two of them there.
I think there is two of them there looking at it, Cole.
Yeah, there's one up the field there.
Is there really?
Yeah.
Now, there's something I'm a bit amazed about, Cole. Perhaps you can put me in a picture in here. Is this implement here? Now, I've asked the viewers to give their comments, but what is it?
It's half an old stove. Put your kettle on it, something like that.
Oh, right, so you'd have like a fire.
We used to have one in the kitchen. They called them a kitchen, a little stove, iron stove.
A kitchen stove.
Yeah. That's to put a pot on.
Really? It's got such an ornate pattern on it, isn't it?
Yeah,
So
no name on it, is there?
no.
No.
And obviously this implement here, obviously for sacks, for
Sack hook, that is, yeah.
for taters or something like that, or wheat.
Sack hooks, loading up sacks.
Oh, okay.
Hot pockets and that sort of thing.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, drag them about.
Fantastic. And we've got another implement here.
Yeah, that's for cutting up Wurzel, Swedes.
Wurzels and Swedes.
You put them in a half a barrel, half a wooden tub, chuck them in there, and you chop them up, long handle,
Ah,
chop them up for the animals.
fantastic. Now there's a box over here. Now I was confused. Now where was it now? Over here, Cole. You follow me. Was it in this? Oh no, it's in one of the other sheds. I think I've got. Anyway, while I'm in this shed, now this cart you got here. Now it's quite an ornate cart because it's got the lamp holders on the side.
It's a milk float.
Right. So, a local milk float.
It come from up East Sutton out of a barn. It wasn't used for milk up there.
No.
All the family used to ride about on a Sunday afternoon in that with a decent sized horse.
Really.
Yeah. Yeah, that's a cart of milk about in the churns.
Oh, in the churns, yeah. As you say, you've got churns down the end there.
There's a churn about.
But it's also got the old lamp holders on the side. Now, obviously, if they're carting milk around early in the morning.
Oh, you'll have a couple of lamps in there. Yeah.
Fantastic, mate. And
What a nice one there.
it is a very nice one. Would you ever sell that, Cole?
One day I expect I will.
If the right man come along with the right money.
Yeah, a chap asked me about it a while ago.
All right.
I said it's not in my way at the moment.
Now, another thing you was telling me about the saws. Now, tell me about these saws. If I can get over there to you. Where are they? Oh, they was in the other barn, weren't they?
Big one, really. If I can get it done. Where is it?
I walked in so many barns now, I'm confused myself.
Can't see the bloody thing. Oh, I can see it, yeah.
It's too high. Let's find another one which is not so...
Yeah, it hangs up there, that big one. That's about 8 foot long, that one.
Right, where did the ones I see...
That one there.
I'm confused. Oh, here it is, Cole. This is the one.
Yeah, it's a pit saw.
1 second. Let's get it in frame. Right, so tell me the significance about the downward facing teeth then, Cole.
It all face one way.
For that reason, it was...
Face downwards, is it?
Yeah.
Yeah.
And because what? You had a man at the top?
One on the top, one in the pit on the bottom.
In a pit? And what, to cut planks or something like that, was it? So,
It's the only way they had to saw wood out with.
Yeah.
Circular saws.
and so, you were saying about how long it would take a man with a oak to cut one with that saw?
Yeah, it's about a week to cut up a body like that.
Really?
Yeah.
And they're going it,
Problem.
going it at 12 hours a day in those days, wasn't it, I suppose?
I don't know, 8 or 9 I expect, yeah.
Yeah.
I'd had enough after 8 hours on the thought.
I would have thought so, wouldn't you?
Yeah. Oh, good idea.
Now, while you're in it, just have a quick chat with me. How long have you been farm working for, Cole?
All my life.
All your life?
Yeah.
From the age of, was you born into it or was you 10?
Yeah.
10.
Yeah.
And did you work for local farms or did you work for yourself?
Local farms, yeah.
Yeah. And you did you do your war service or anything like that?
No, I wasn't old enough for that.
Weren't you? Oh, you're only a young man, and I keep forgetting.
But then I was born in the war, yeah.
Oh, okay, yeah. Oh, there's some more saws up on the wall there. They're the ones I could see as well.
Yeah. That's another pit saw there.
Pit saw.
Yeah.
Oh, because they're in pits.
Go make the saw pit.
Oh, right.
That's an ordinary cross cut behind it there. The
Yeah.
short one. There's quite a lot of good saws about.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Now, when did you get into the steak making then?
1974 I started cutting wood for other people, piecework, you know.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And you decided then to move it on and do it yourself, did you?
Yeah, then I started buying some of my own.
Yeah.
Mm.
There's a wage in it. I mean, it's hard work, obviously, Colin.
Not much in it, not really.
Not really.
No.
Well, how do you get the wood? Do you go to a farm, an estate, and say?
Yeah, well, we used to have auctions one time a day in the autumn.
Really? And you.
Sell it off by the acre, you know.
Oh right, so you'd buy an acre of wood off
You
them.
can buy mine private, you know.
Yeah.
Yeah, I know where it is.
Yeah.
Where I am now, I've cut that twice before.
Oh really?
Cutting it the third time round, yeah.
And is that local?
Yeah, top of Sutton Balance Hill,
Yeah. So what? Now I see them in particular lengths. Now, why are these in particular lengths? These steaks that you make.
Well, I make more of them.
Right. Okay. Are they 6 foot or 5 foot or something? Are they?
Well, they're 5'6" most of those are. That's
Right. And so what's that? 2 foot in the ground and 3.5 foot above the ground?
18 inches or so, yeah. Those 6 foot over there.
Yep.
Yeah. Most farmers want 5'6" or 6 foot.
Yeah. And they still use these because they last longer than the softwood rounds, don't they? Really?
Yeah, last longer. But one time a day they boil them in tar.
Yeah.
Last 40 odd years. You know.
Really?
You can't afford to do that now.
No.
It's a bloody dear, you know.
Yeah.
250 pound a barrel plus the VAT.
Oh God. And then you got, as you say,
I won't buy any more.
No.
Those 2 barrels.
no.
No, it used to be very cheap at one time. No, I can sell them, you know. People want them.
Well, you're a name in the local community, aren't you? Really, and they know where to come to get a good price.
Pressure treated stuff don't last, you know.
No.
Not long.
No.
It's rubbish.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So was your family brought up in Kent? Was they
Oh yeah. Farm workers. Yeah.
all farm workers? Yeah. How many generations do you think?
Would have been small farmers years ago.
Really?
Yeah.
But yeah, because back in the day you could make a wage off a small farm, couldn't you?
Of course you could, yeah.
Whereas today, if you ain't got 1,000 acres,
That's right.
you can't make
Yeah.
a wage, can you?
That's what you're doing with it, don't it?
Yeah, and also because the supermarkets are knocking you down for the bread, the wheat, the milk,
Yeah.
and everything like that.
Yeah.
And obviously, it seems like you can seem to bring goods in from foreign lands cheaper than we can grow them ourselves these days, isn't it?
That's right.
I mean, you look at hops. You must have dealt in hops years ago, didn't you?
Used to work on hop farms, yeah.
What, doing the stringing?
I've never done the stringing, done everything else, though.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Or was you like an overseer when the hop pickers come up from London and?
Yeah, they used to come down, yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, I used to be with hops all the time.
Really? Because there's season for the hops, isn't they?
Hops and apples.
Hops and apples. See there again, the apples are picked about now, aren't they? And the hops are picked a bit later, aren't they?
I've been picked now, the hops. Are
Are they?
Both are, the apples too. Yeah.
But was that because Kent was known for the apples and hops in those days? Yeah.
Yeah, that's where they come from. Of course, like Hereford, that way, hops still up there.
Yep.
Mm.
So what did you do in sort of like the winter time, or say in between the hop picking and the
Cut wood down.
and oh, so you've
Cut the wood in the winter,
yeah.
yeah.
And do you have, obviously all the old shavings and everything, you can make yourself a little fire to keep yourself warm, could you, back in the day?
Well, anything you don't want, you chuck on a fire. You know?
Yeah.
That's the first thing you do is light a fire.
Yeah.
One time a day, they used everything, you know.
Mm.
Run the bean poles, pea boughs, but it's a job to sell them.
Really?
Got a lot of bean poles like the wood now, no bugger no.
No?
No.
I suppose
Everything was tied up, faggots, you know.
faggots. What's a faggot?
Bundle of rough wood.
Oh, okay. Oh, for lighting a fire and things like that, yeah?
Well, they wanted 1,000 of them for the hop pickers one time a day.
Really?
Yeah, that's all they burnt. Well, we did.
Yeah.
Yeah, nothing was wasted.
No.
No.
No, you couldn't afford to waste it in back in the day, could you, really?
Yeah.
You know?
Everything was used, wasn't it?
Yes, indeed.
Yeah. Yeah, you had to use it.
And obviously you stopped working on the farm now because the old tractors that me and you know of best are the old Fulson Majors and the Ferguson 135s and that sort of thing.
I have done farm work for several years. When I started wood cutting, that was it, you know.
Yeah.
Yeah. Packed up farm work.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay, then. Well, thanks for having a chat with me.
Sure.
And I've told the viewers that you're going to give me a show of just splitting some of your timbers.
I'm sure you did.
Well, let's, if you walk this way, and what I'll do, I might end this video here and we'll do a part 2, 3 on you actually doing a piece for me.
Well, I show you how to cleave them.
Yeah, that'd be great. So let me end this video firstly and we get another one off.
Yeah.
Anyway, I hope you enjoyed that video with Colin. His history. It's full of histories, Colin, and all his tools and his tractors and everything else. If you enjoyed the video, don't forget to give it a thumbs up for me. And we're going to join Colin. He's going to split some steaks for me, and we're going to make it a part 3. Thanks for coming along. Cheerio for now.
This lot of stuff here is going to be knocked in half.